popular opinion is expensive real estate is the embodiment of luxury and exquisite taste. That's not always the case. Today, I'm critiquing the Mercedes Benz residences in Miami. Now, this will be a comprehensive look into the decisions made to create this building and these residences. I'll break down what they got right, from its jaw-dropping and sophisticated design to its over-the-top details. And I'll call out what missed the mark. At the end, we'll determine if this is money wasted or money well spent, based on the details, the architecture, the materials, and the build quality. Now, here's a disclaimer. These residences are under construction and no units have been completed yet. Now, Mercedes has cultivated an image of luxury, sophistication, and understated elegance. What we'll do today is we'll look at what buyers can expect the end result to be, and if it's up to the same standards, the same high standards that luxury buyers of the Mercedes luxury vehicles have come to expect. Let's take a look. This is a good time to point out that this unit, just like a lot of this building, just like a lot of luxury real estate properties, has one humongous "why did they do that" element. Let's see if you can find it. Right away, you look at this building, one thing that becomes really apparent is that it does, and I'm sure it's with intention, that it has automotive influence in details in the design. If you look at the building itself, it has a radiator or kind of a grill type of aesthetic to it, which is a nod to the intake part of a vehicle. When the wind first meets the car, it's what it goes through. And this looks like, because it's a building, wind goes through and wraps around and through the building. I'm sure that was an intentional detail. I would say that with the details that's been shown so far, and again, there are limited images and details out there outside of what Mercedes has released themselves. So it's not a whole lot there. But what you can see is very different from some of the not really inspiring designs that you see. Even in this image here, they all look the same, and this stands out in a great way. If you look at the rims of the different segments, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if that's supposed to be a nod to a 6-cylinder engine. I'm sure it's intentional, but the horizontal elements here have a very soft, curving, even linear design to evoke an automobile. I think it's a great job that what they did with the design of this building. We've also seen some interesting lighting that align with all the different horizontal fins in this building, which is one of its, if not its defining detail. It accentuates it very well. Look at that. That's an important detail that I'm sure you'll see echoed throughout the building. The three-pointed star. It's a beautiful detail here. It looks like it could be overdone, but I think in a place like this, I think this is what buyers want. This is when you spend upwards of $2 or $3 million. I'm not sure exactly what the price point will be for the introductory units. This is what you want. You want to be associated. You want where you live to be if it's associated with the Mercedes Benz brand. These are the things that you want to see. Here we go again with the in the theater section. The background images have the three-pointed star as well in a understated or muted cream color. Again with the fin or grill type of motif carried through the building here, or the room here rather. Again, notice the really soft lines. Even though the building has a lot of linearity to it, you still see some of the soft curves in all the spaces repeated through a lot of the edges. You don't see a lot of hard edges, but it still looks like a modern building. There it is. This is a really good shot right here. Let me take it back just a few seconds here so you can see what it looks like at night. Here we go. It's right here in the background, right here. You can see how it kind of, even here, even though it's not very intentional in how it's being called out, it's in the middle of the screen here. But you can also see how uninspiring how a lot of the other buildings look compared to this one. This one stands out just right away. Little bit so we can see the interior spaces. If you look here, I will say that at the price point and the association with the Mercedes brand, I'm not seeing the interior spaces really calling out the exceptional luxury that Mercedes has cultivated. I've read some of the material, and you're going to have Miele appliances, which these look to be the higher end. They're varying price points of Miele appliances. This looks to be a microwave, and then like there's an oven there, which appears to be the most current versions of what they had to offer. And I think this building is probably 3 years away from being completed. What I'd hate to see is that these materials, although they look, I think they will stand the test of time for at least for the next. I think this has they don't immediately look dated, and I don't think they'll look dated even 3 or 4 years from now. And the appliances seem to have a not dated look to them as well, even though it'll be a while before they come out. This looks okay. It doesn't look It looks right. It does look right now, which you can understand they're designing it right now. These are the ideas and the designs that are happening, that are being influenced right now. But I think a lot of the attention, the details that goes into the exterior, I'd like to see some of that on the inside. And what I mean by that is you don't see a lot of the champagne colors, the earth tone, the metallic colors. You don't see that accentuated here as was more deliberate in the outside. I'd like to see. I think you did see on the outside the balcony here, that there you have that curved balcony, the curved glass to accentuate that. I'd like to see more of that. And you also see that here in the ceiling, but then it starts getting disconnected when you go through the spaces to see the rest of the finishes inside the unit itself. But generally, the kitchen area, this is really out of scale in terms of luxury, the luxury appointment compared to the overall building itself. I'd like to see more. Maybe like I guess maybe like a brushed nickel, or brushed something along that line, where like nickel is kind of not exactly like chrome, but more on the champagne color finish kind of realm. I'd like to see more of that to match that understated elegance that we're not really seeing right now. The appliances seem to be like a deliberate attempt to look kind of futuristic. I don't think it needs to be there. I don't think this screen in the behind the sink area needs to be there. I don't think a buyer of Mercedes buyer, which typically skews older, would find value in this. This just looks like a reach out to a younger buyer, which nothing is wrong with that. But I think the association with the Mercedes brand tends to, you want to see. I would better like to see maybe like a really nice, expensive espresso machine sitting on the countertop as opposed to this screen here. Not to say that an accessory just like that an accessory of that something along those lines would make or break a purchase. But I don't think having this screen here is representative of the Mercedes brand. The cabinetry seems to be not too bad. It looks like there's a gloss element to it. Again, I'd like to see some of that satin finish, that satin champagne finish. I think they should really lean into that, because that's going to be that look. When you look at things that have that luxury feel, they tend to have those palettes of brushed aluminum, brushed gold, kind of brown tan. Again, the champagne type of colors. They should lean more into that than what they are showing so far. You kind of see a little bit of that here. But again, they don't lean into it as much. And then like the floor, I think the flooring, what we're seeing now, I think they would do a better job if they went with something maybe like a sand color, something, it doesn't, I don't think it needs to be this marble veining design. I don't think it needs to be that. Again, leaning into those earthy tones, those luxury, the color palette tones would go a long way. Here's another vantage point of the kitchen so that you can get a better idea, or a different expanded idea of the finishes and the layout. Also here you'll see an itemized inventory of the materials used in the kitchen. Here's the same itemized list for the bathrooms. Now here we'll start to see the design lean into some of the things that I think make this unit a better reflection of the Mercedes image. These are the palettes like the marble flooring, the curved cabinetry designs. These are the things that do a better job than in the kitchen of identifying with the Mercedes brands. I think these are very good finishes here, especially this powder room area. This is a very, very good execution of what you want a luxury powder room to be. And this is the money shot. But if I'm being honest, I don't think this is money well spent. Outside of the building's design and the amenities outside of the unit, those seem in the bathrooms, those seem to be where you can kind of see the luxury connection. They feel like luxury. The living room and the public spaces, if you will, seem more hotel like and not associated with the Mercedes luxury. Don't know if that's intentional or not, but I think they could have done a little bit more to bring out, especially in the public spaces, to give you that wow factor. So far, this looks underwhelming. Did you find the why did they do that moment? I'll show you. See if you agree with me. Right there. What is that? This looks there obviously is a bridge of sorts from one building or one connector to the other, but this is on the bottom edge of that. No one will, I can't immediately see how anyone will experience this lighted rounded square area. Help me if someone knows or has a better explanation of what this is for. uh, Let me know in the comments. See, look at that. Look at that. I would imagine maybe that could be um, some kind of mood lighting for the people who live on each side of that. It just seems like just a weird uh, display, a weird light installation. It looks elegant. I just don't know why they did it. And there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments about the Mercedes Benz residences in Miami. We'll see you next time.